Welcome to Reinventing Broadcast, where AI meets content. Hosted by Ben Anker. Let's dive in.
Hello and welcome back to the Broadcast Media Inside Track. I'm Ben Anker, coming to you from Fukuoka, Japan. And I'm joined as always by my AI co-host, Aiki.
Hi, Ben. I can hear the energy in your voice. Something exciting must have happened recently.
You're absolutely right. Last week, I gave a presentation at Engineer Cafe here in Fukuoka. And honestly, it was one of those moments where everything just clicked. Small co-working venue, about 12 people, but the engagement level was off the charts.
Tell me about it. What made this presentation different from others you've given?
Well, I was invited by my friend Laurie to present From Signal to Software, Reinventing Broadcast with AI at Engineer Cafe in the Fukuoka Red Brick Culture Museum. It's part of Fukuoka's Engineer Friendly City initiative, which is brilliant because it creates these intimate spaces where technical conversations can really flourish.
And you mentioned the audience was engaged?
Engaged is an understatement. I planned for about 45 minutes, and the Q&A alone ran over 30 minutes extra. People were genuinely curious about how AI is transforming broadcast technology. But here's the best part. One of the attendees turned out to be a data scientist and chief AI officer, and we had this incredible discussion about the AI scheduling project from my UC Berkeley capstone.
That's the project on AI-driven scheduling with live signals for medium-sized broadcasters, correct?
Exactly, and this is where it gets interesting. During the presentation, I walked through the journey from traditional broadcast engineering, the era of soldering irons and oscilloscopes, what I call the mad scientist days, all the way to today's cloud-first AI-enhanced infrastructure.
Can you give our listeners the abbreviated version of that journey?
Sure. For more than 70 years, broadcast engineering was hardware heavy. You had RF engineers doing waveform analysis, hands-on heroes troubleshooting racks and cables, everything centered around SDI cables and control rooms. Then came the great transformation in the 2000s, 10s and 2000s, 20s. IT takes over. Suddenly, we're talking about Linux over routers, JSON over coaxial cables, Python over patch panels.
That's a massive skills shift.
Yes, and what I explained to the Engineer Cafe audience is that cloud computing was really the gateway that made AI possible in broadcasting. Cloud decoupled physical location from production capability, enabled the real-time processing power needed for machine learning, and created centralized data lakes that AI could actually work with.
And this leads directly into your Berkeley capstone project on AI scheduling.
Precisely. The problem I identified is this. Viewers are split between live TV and on-demand apps, yet schedules are still set days or weeks in advance, using manual tools based primarily on past performance. Premium slots get special treatment, but everything else, it's largely guesswork, informed by historical data.
So what's your solution?
Dynamic audience engagement prediction for every program slot. We're replacing static scheduling with real-time, data-driven optimization that anticipates viewer interest before programs even air. I call it nowcasting, combining internal broadcaster data with external signals like social media trends and search volumes.
Walk me through the technical approach.
The core framework uses supervised regression, XGBoost or lightweight LSTM models, predicting numeric view counts from combined features. We're pulling in Barb overnight ratings as control features, then layering in Twitter trend scores, Google Trends indices, and real-time streaming logs from CDN and vast callbacks.
And this is where your data scientist attendee got interested.
Yes. We had this fantastic discussion about the training strategy. I'm proposing a rolling 2-year history at hourly granularity with nightly full retraining plus mini retrains every 6 hours. The breakthrough is we're predicting across multiple horizons. Hour plus 1 for immediate nowcasting, then day 7 and day 28 for consolidated view predictions.
What's the success metric you're targeting?
Mean absolute percentage error, MAPE. Current manual scheduling typically runs between 15 to 25% MAPE. I'm aiming to get the AI enhanced model under 12%. Anything under 8% would be excellent and could justify premium ad pricing.
What were some of the questions that came up after your presentation?
2 questions really stood out. First, someone asked where we're already seeing the ripe fruits being picked in broadcast AI. My answer was QC and compliance. That's where AI is delivering real value today. Content discovery is another area. Some broadcasters are experimenting with subtitles and dubbing, though success really depends on the size of the broadcaster and their accuracy tolerance levels.
That makes sense. What was the second question?
This was brilliant, actually. Someone asked about change management. Specifically, what happens if viewers can tell they're watching AI-driven content scheduling and they push back or tune out?
That's the heart of the business case, isn't it?
Exactly. And that's what made it such a great question. I explained that this is precisely the point. If the AI is working correctly, viewers shouldn't notice the mechanism. They should just notice they're seeing more of what they want to watch. The proof is in the engagement. If people are tuning in more, staying longer, and coming back more often, then the AI is succeeding invisibly.
So, the best AI scheduling is the kind viewers never consciously notice?
Precisely. They just think, wow, this channel really gets me. That's the goal. And this led to a deeper discussion about augmented intelligence versus autonomous systems. This isn't about replacing schedulers. It's about giving them better tools to make decisions that ultimately serve viewers better.
Which brings us to why the timing is perfect. Fukuoka is about to become quite busy with tech events.
Starting October 9th, we have the Ramen Tech Global Summit at the Daimyo Garden City Tower. Adaptable International and Ancast are running a joint booth, showcasing AI voice bots, automation systems, and AI-powered content creation ecosystem.
What can attendees expect at your booth?
Live demonstrations of conversational voice agents, the kind that actually talk back to you in real time. We're showing AI workflow systems that handle content, tasks, and digital products. And we're introducing the adaptable co-living and studio exchange concept for digital nomads and creators.
Then, on October 10th, you have the pitch competition?
The Nomad Tech Pitch Competition on the main stage. 5 minutes to present Scale Smart, AI-powered digital content and product creation. This is where I get to demonstrate how AI tools are fundamentally reshaping how creators and solopreneurs generate income.
What's the core message of that pitch?
That you didn't go remote to work harder, you went remote to build freedom and flexibility. AI enables you to build digital products fast, automate the boring stuff, and create voice agents that represent you 24/7. It's about building once and selling forever without burning out.
And then the workshop on October 11th.
The full-day Scale Smart workshop on Noco Island. This is where we go deep. 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., covering AI creative tools, content systems, automation workflows, and business strategy. Participants leave with hopefully prototypes, actual plans for digital products, content funnels, or agent systems they can implement immediately.
That's ambitious for a single day.
It is, but we're combining practical frameworks from the UC Berkeley AI Strategy Program with hands-on implementation experience. The goal isn't just learning theory, it's building systems that generate income while you focus on high-value work. We're covering voice and audio AI, publishing systems for books and courses, agentic workflows and automation, plus business strategy and monetization models.
Let's circle back to the Engineer Cafe presentation. What other aspects of the discussion stood out to you?
What really struck me was how the conversation shifted from the technical details to the practical realities of implementation. After we'd covered the model architecture and success metrics, people wanted to understand what it would actually take to deploy something like this in a real broadcasting environment.
What kind of implementation questions came up?
Things like integration with existing scheduling systems, the workflow for schedulers using AI recommendations, and how you'd phase in a system like this without disrupting operations. These are the unsexy but absolutely critical questions that determine whether an AI project succeeds or becomes shelfware.
That's an important point.
It is because broadcasting is too nuanced, too dependent on editorial judgment and public service considerations to hand over to pure algorithms. The AI can surface patterns and predictions that humans might miss, but the final decisions need human oversight. That's what makes this a sustainable approach rather than a scary one.
So what's your main takeaway from last week?
That there's genuine appetite for practical AI implementation, not just theoretical discussions. The people in that room at Engineer Cafe weren't interested in hype. They wanted to understand real technical architectures, actual success metrics, and honest conversations about challenges and limitations. Questions about where AI is already working, QC, compliance, content discovery, show people want to know what's proven, not just what's possible.
And that's exactly what your upcoming events will provide.
Exactly. Whether it's the Ramen Tech Booth demos, the pitch competition, or the NoCo Island workshop, we're focused on showing how AI actually works in production environments. Not vaporware, not promises. Working systems that people can see, touch, and learn from.
Before we wrap, what should listeners do if they're in Fukuoka or planning to visit?
Come find me at any of these events. The Ramen Tech booth is October 9th at Daimyo Garden City Tower. Pitch competition is October 10th, same venue. And if you want the deep dive, the workshop on October 11th still has limited spots available. All the details are at ancast.co.uk, and you can always ping me an email or message on LinkedIn.
Any final thoughts?
Just that moments like last night at Engineer Cafe remind me why I love this work. When someone asks whether viewers will reject AI-driven scheduling, and you can explain that good AI makes their viewing experience better without them ever knowing the mechanism, that's when the light bulb goes on. That's when abstract AI concepts become concrete business value.
Well, I look forward to hearing how the next 2 weeks unfold. Safe to say episode 23 will have plenty of material?
Absolutely. It's going to be a packed fortnight.
Thanks for the update, Ben, and to our listeners, we'll catch you next time on Broadcast Meets AI.
Thanks, everyone. Until next episode.
Thanks for listening to Reinventing Broadcast. Subscribe for more on AI content and the future of media. And visit ancast.tv for more info on Ben himself, the resources, other content, and news.